I watch a lot of Hebrew Israelites on YouTube and on Facebook, and everybody misses the point of what Christ was saying. I mean, yeah, we got to learn the laws and all that stuff. That's all good and well, but the main part of it is he tells you to seek the kingdom, right? And every Israelite knows what the kingdom is. The kingdom isn't clothes, money, buildings, cars, food. It's none of that stuff. The kingdom is actually the people. And if you seek the people, then the rest of the stuff will come. See, we're not building towards anything. We're just out here teaching and then expecting people to change. But instead of giving them a place to change, we expect them to change on their own. And it's harder to change on your own when you're at your house and you're still dealing with your family and the community that you already are accustomed to. So what I was proposing is that it would have been better that Israel come together and started trying to take over cities, counties, places where we could start having farms, animals, so that we could eliminate not having food or having water or people starving. We need to get past that point. Once we're past the point where we can uh, 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 be efficient for ourselves, then we're golden. But we're not at that point. And that's what makes the other people not afraid of us. Because we don't have an economy at all. We only say, oh, boycott Christmas, boycott Thanksgiving, the Million Man March. But that's not giving us an economy. It's not giving us food. It's not giving us water. It's not giving us anything that will help us grow as a nation. And that's the main thing. When you seek the kingdom, you're seeking to build a kingdom. And we're not seeking to build a kingdom. And that's one of the major points of it. Because once we start building the kingdom and coming together and being in the same place and living together and studying together, then you'll start to see Christ revealing more things. But because we're not at that stage yet, we're still going to argue if Christ is the Messiah or not. And that's not going to help us at all. You see what I'm saying? Because the people that believe that Christ is the Messiah and the people that don't believe that Christ isn't the Messiah, they're going to continue to fight with each other because they can't see anything past their own teachings. But if you see us coming together and building together, and then you start to learn from each other because you're in the same community, Christ is going to reveal himself to those that don't believe. And if he isn't real, it'll fall away because we'll see that there's something better. This is not me saying let's leave the country or anything like that, like GOCC. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm saying that we have to build an economy of food, water, so that is out of the way. If that's out of the way, and we're not hard pressed to go to work every day and fight for food and water and pay rent, then you'll see that the relief that we'll be relieved and we will have less heartaches because we will have more time to study and teach the following generations what there is to do. And that's the key, really, to me, an economy of food and water, because that's every nation needs that. And we're supposed to be in the greatest country anyway, America. So that means we should be able to at least, do what we need to do under the laws of America. Because why can't you? If they have a Chinatown, they have Arabs where they live in the same place. You have the Jewish people where they live in the same place, their own stores and farms and stuff like that. Why can't we have that stuff? Now we become terrorists because we have that stuff. If we're just trying to sustain ourselves and become better people and heal ourselves from within, isn't this something that we need? So that's the major thing, man. Like, I watch debates about, if Christ is real and Christ isn't. And right now, that's not even the main thing. Because if we're not worshiping Christ, why debate about it? Right? So if we're not debating about it, the only way that we can move on is to build upon the words that he already spoke for those that believe on him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Furious Black. Hopefully you guys, put this to heart and we start figuring out what black farm owners we have out here and where we can get water and wells so that we can sustain ourselves and be efficient. That's it. Furious Black.